Softly call the muster, let comrade answer here. A&M is near and dear to my heart because my daughter is a student there and because of the great traditions that are at this university. Michelle Vogpel, a writer for ESPN, said about A&M, Texas A&M became to fascinate me in much the same way as would a distant, rather eccentric relative at an extended family reunion. I mean that in an affectionate way. You can never fully get it if you're not an Aggie. There really is something about A&M that you cannot understand unless you're on the inside. There is also a saying that says, from the outside looking in, you cannot understand. I'm going to try to clear up to you today some of the timeless traditions of Texas A&M with the midnight yell, muster, and the 12th man, which are a few of the most famous traditions that Aggies hold near and dear to their hearts. Texas A&M is unlike any other university because of the spirit of Aggie land, the traditions, the pride of calling yourself an Aggie, and the timeless honor of Texas A&M. The first tradition that we're going to look at is the midnight yell. What is midnight yell? And midnight yell happens every Friday night at midnight before every game. And midnight yell began in 1931 with some senior cadets that decided that they needed to put the freshman cadets to work. So the freshman cadets had to head over across the street to the YMCA to hold a yell practice at midnight. So today, thousands of Aggies gather at midnight before a game for yell practice in a thing they call mug down. And so, and mug down it happens after yell practice lasts for about an hour with thousands of Aggies there, and they shut the lights off completely at Kyle Field, and there you're supposed to kiss your date, and it's to say that you kiss your date under the stars. And then the tradition goes, the fans that the Aggies that don't have dates flicker a light so that it says, as the legend goes, they won't be dateless anymore. Another great tradition that's honored at Texas A&M is called Aggie Muster. And Aggie Muster is an annual tribute to the deceased families of the Aggie family. And this ceremony is held on April 21st every year. And because of this date, they chose this date because it's the anniversary of when General Sam Houston victory in 1836 over Santa Anna's army at the San Jacinto to gain Texas independence from Mexico. It is the muster roll call when the name of the deceased is called that a friend or family member answers here that jerks the heartstrings of those who attend. After each response, a candle is lit, ensuring that while the Aggies aren't there in body, that they will forever be in the Aggie spirit. And then another great tradition that is at A&M is called the 12th man, which started in 1922. And this was because of a young man named E. King Gill, who was a basketball standout, who pledged his support to help an injury-riddled Aggie football team at the Dixie Classic in 1922. He never entered the game, but he stood willingly just in case he was ready to be on call. And so the 12th man has evolved from that into a catchphrase that describes the entire crowd of Aggies at Kyle Field during a game. It symbolizes the Aggies' undying devotion to one another and to their school. So as you see, traditions do not make A&M, the people do, but the people honoring traditions are what make it great. We understand why the traditions are so respected and honored at A&M because the meaning behind them is something to be proud of. Many other schools have traditions, but A&M's run deep and are part of everything that they do as an Aggie. That is what makes it so special. Midnight yell, mug down, honoring the fallen, and supporting your team, that's A&M. So, thanks and giggle.
Whoop! Whoop!
Good job.